Hello, my name is Gwen, and welcome to your practice. Today we'll enjoy 30 minutes together of chair yoga. I've gone ahead and rolled up a blanket at my feet. This blanket can be a bolster, it can be a noodle, it can be a couple of blocks with a blanket on top. So go ahead and grab whatever suits you. I'm going to go use my blanket and roll it nice and tightly. Place it at my feet. And from here, leave my heels on the floor and the top of the foot rests on the blanket. Then nestle my back right in. Oh, and for today's practice, we'll be using a strap. So if you have a scarf, perfect. Or if you have a yoga strap, perfect. So go ahead and leave that on the back of your chair for after. And then nestle your back into the chair. And then as you nestle your back into the chair, leave your hands on the lap. You might want to scooch your sit bones back so that once your back is resting, you can really sense and feel the elongation from the anchoring of your sit bones. And like an antennae, the spinal column gently moves up through the belly, the heart, the back of the throat, the center of the brain, and then some. Feel that connection from your heels that are anchoring on the mat. Let the toes have a little wriggle. And then find some ease in the toes and allow them a little time to relax and soften. Follow now from the heels up to the back of the knees. Notice that lower leg. From one side to the other. From the knees all the way through to the sit bones. Notice one thigh and then the other. And then from the sit bones all the way up to the shoulders. From the shoulders all the way up to between the brow. So go ahead and take a deep dive in to where you think the center of the brain lives. With the eyes closed, take the physical eyes and look up to the top of your head without moving at all. Feel that gentle tug and then release that effort. And take a few valuable breaths in through the nose. Feel that stream of light, that coolness. And then out like a natural sigh. In through the nose. And then a natural sigh out. Then I invite you to take that next breath all the way in through the nose. Light little pause here. And then out through the nose. Notice if nasal breathing is available. In through the nose, nice and full and deep. You'll pause briefly. And then out through the nose. If there's any obstructions, anything in the way, big or small, if it feels like it's agitating, then leave it off to the side and breathe any which way that feels comfortable for your body today in this moment. Revisit it and notice any subtle shifts. So go ahead and take that breath all the way in and up. And as you exhale, soften, soften, soften. Let the mind soften as we give it a little bit of a task here, a little bit of a job. So take those inner eyes on your next inhale and anchor them down into the belly. Feel that belly rise and fall now. might even want to place a hand on the belly, another palm on that hand if you'd like, or leave the hands where they are as you sense and feel the belly rise and fall while breathing in and out through the nose. On your next inhale, let the belly rise nice and full and deep. As you exhale, send it down, down, down into the core of the earth, your earth star. Let it ground. Inhale, let the belly rise. And as you exhale, send the breath through your awareness up just above the crown, this connection point. Inhale, feel and sense the belly expand. Exhale, send it down to your earth star. As the belly fills up, your awareness gently guides all the way up above the crown to a sphere of energy we hold, a connection point. Inhale, feel that expansion, and as you exhale, we send our awareness down into that earthiness, grounded, rooted, supported. Our powerhouse, the belly, expands. We send that awareness all the way up above the crown. And how about 2 more just like this? Send that awareness downward. Feel safe, secure, and held, a sense of belonging. As we send it all the way up, 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 we connect to that collective consciousness here, a collective soma. So how about 1 more just like this? As we come into our alignment, feel the belly round and rise and connect right above the crown to that sphere of energy. And then relax that effort. Notice how the body feels now. And 1 more breath just like that. And then go ahead. The eyes can remain closed. You can scooch up just a wee bit. Hang on to the knees like hooks. On your next natural breath, go ahead and pull the heart through. Let the chin gently come up. Shoulders can gently come back. And as you exhale, chin to chest, shoulders can round forward. Go ahead and inhale and arc that spine. And as you exhale, you round. As slow as you can comfortably go. Set your intention here for your practice. To follow that current of healing energy through your body, mindful movement and breath. To come out of any discomfort. To find that freedom in our bodies. This is a time to change from the inside out. So how about 2 more just like this? We'll observe ourselves as we do. We see and we perceive others all around us a little more clearly. So go ahead and rest and observe from the inside out. Notice that movement and the effects of that movement with the breath. Moving the spine back and forth. Let's go ahead and move it side to side. Here's our block by our side. So if you have a block, you can use the block. If you don't, hang on to the chair, right around the bottom or at the top, whatever suits you. Take the other hand and reach it downward. And then with the eyes closed, you can follow the hand upward and then downward. If that suits the neck, maybe one more. And then go ahead and look at the hand that's rooted on the block or the chair. And let the hand move upward, like you're painting a masterpiece. This next one will let it rise and let it remain there all the way up, up, up. And a little twist of the arm fibers, almost like tightening the lid and loosening the lid. Then go ahead and bend that top elbow. You can rest the hand right on the crown. You can even rest the hand right on that side of the head if that feels okay for you. So whatever feels delicious. One more breath. Feel the side that's getting the squeeze, the side that's opening. And then reach that top hand up. Take the block with you. Other side. Place it right onto the floor. Follow the hand that's rising up and down with the nose. Notice how the neck and the shoulders feel. Ujjayi breath, let the core hold you here. And then the nose floats down, looking down as the arm remains. Very slow, methodical movement, like we're moving through water. Next time that hand finds its way up, let it reach up and then a little twist. 2, 3, perfect. And then go ahead and drape that top arm when you're ready over to the other side. Elbow can point upward. You can hang on to the side of the head or go ahead and rest it on the top for one more breath here. And then reach that hand up and go ahead and sit up and observe. Rest the back into the chair, knuckles heavy on the lap. Take a few deep breaths. It might feel like a swirling as our subtle body starts to be absorbed and this new normal takes over. These new pathways. One more breath just like that. Notice if the body can rest. And then from there, we're ready for a gentle somatic maneuver called Yes. So go ahead and reach the right arm up. Coil it around the crown so that you're touching maybe the top of the other ear. And then see if you can give it a light little bit of traction over to that shoulder in that general direction. Exposing that shoulder. And then here's the yes. Gently the nose points down and then back to the center. Feel and sense this slow, smooth movement. Are there any parts that are sticky or feel stuck? Are there any parts that feel like you're going over a bumpy road? And then one more. As the nose points downward, leave it. Then reach that hand all the way up, 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 up. The head carries up. And then rest. Knuckles heavy. Notice what you notice. Feel into your sensations. Observe them as they move. That swirling, that internal sensitivity to the subtle body. Relax through the jaw. One more deep breath, just like that. And then we'll go ahead and reach up through the other arm and coil it around until we can touch that ear. Give it a little help over to the side. It doesn't have to be a big ear to shoulder maneuver. So maybe just a little bit of a tilt of the head and then a yes. And notice, what does this side feel like? As you gently point the nose downward and then back to the center. See if you can relax through the jaw just a wee bit more. And how is the body breathing like this? And one more. Let the nose point down. Uncoil that hand and reach up like someone's pulling you from the elbow up, 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 up. The head comes up. Rest. Knuckles heavy. Notice that top triangle from shoulder through the collarbone to the other shoulder. Sense through the neck to the middle of the brain and all the way back. Let your awareness feel and sense all of the subtleties of this settling, this swirling. Maybe it feels more like a hum to you, a buzz. And one more breath just like that. We're not going to say goodbye to our shoulders yet. So go ahead and take the strap. Now, if you have the strap, we're going to find a 60-degree angle. So have your hands on the hardware so that it doesn't come to hit us. And then you might, if it's as long as mine, like 8 feet, you might want to wrap and have it a little bit more density. And then go ahead and take a deep breath up and in and let the arms move up. Once they're above the crown, bend both elbows. Close your eyes. Notice the little tap and where it taps on the skull or maybe behind. Arms are in a cactus shape and then up. Move them back just a wee bit. Again, bend both elbows as slow as you comfortably can, like you're tugging your strap away from each other. Feel and sense where it ends and stops. And then notice any bumpy bits. Sometimes you'll hit quite a shake in this one as we find this secret tension that we might be holding. So one more for good luck. Elbows might even come down, let it, and then let them come all the way back up. Reach up like a yawn, and then go ahead and let that rest. Knuckles heavy. Observe and notice how you feel. Take a few deep breaths in and out through the nose or exhale through the mouth. Ha. And then let's go for a little twist now. So we have our block go ahead and take your legs over to the side of your chair and place the block in between the knees so that it can even be a little bit more if you need more, so that you have something to hang on to and squeeze into. Take the arms up and hang on to the back of your chair. Then feel where the sit bones are. Let them anchor down into the seat of your chair. Feel that weight. And then notice through the belly, through the heart, the spiral, all the way up through the throat. Go ahead and take the nose and point it back a wee bit more. Invite the upper spine to the party. Take a deep breath, come through the palate, through the crown, and grow a little taller here. And now we'll move with this. Give a little squeeze to the block, and then relax. A little squeeze to the block, and then relax. And then again, another squeeze to the block, and then relax. Keep this shape of the body. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let the neck roll so the chin is over the other shoulder. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale. One more. And then let the hands come down. Take the block on your lap. Rest the knuckles. And observe the effects of your practice, of your twist. Notice, with a little bit of wringing out, the cleansers of the body, the twists. How you feel. All that circulation rushing into all the organs, the muscles that intimately live very close to our spinal column as we wring out. So one more breath, just like that. This internal shower. And then we'll come on over to the other side. So go ahead and walk the feet over to the other side. Take the block between the knees. Lift the hands, take a deep inhale. As you exhale, spin the upper body and hang on to the chair. Then feel the sit bones again. Take a deep inhale and feel the elongation getting nice and tall up through the belly, up through the heart, all the way up through the middle of the brain. Let's invite the upper spine to this. So go ahead and just roll the neck backward, whatever that means for your body. Let it feel good. And then when you'd like to give a little squeeze of the inner knees into the block, and then you rest that effort 2 or 3 times, just like that. A little squeeze of the inner knees into the block. Muscles activate. And then they relax in this beautiful twist. And how about one more? A little press, press, press. And then soften. Keep the body exactly like it is. And just roll the neck, the chin, over to the other shoulder. Pause here for a handful of breaths. Feel the seat, seated, anchored. Grow nice and tall into this shape. Notice how you feel. And how about one more breath? Then undo the hands and let the body spin forward. Beautiful. Take your blanket out and just scooch up to the front of your chair. Take whatever strap you're using now and place it onto the floor. 1 foot right into that strap. Gather up so that The hands are below the knees and there's no slack in the strap. You can take that strap and put it right underneath the toes on that half moon shape, that transverse arch. You can back and forth. And then once your back comes back into the chair, up comes the leg. The knee can be generously bent. You can straighten, then generous bend, and then. So notice how that feels. Just a light little bending of the knee, and then not to the point of complete straightening it, just a light little bend, and then we lengthen a wee bit. We'll keep that secret bend of the knee. Feel the arms, the elbows are bent, and then go ahead and take the leg out to one side and you look over to the other. Let it come to center and look over to the other side. Now close the eyes. The leg moves to the opposite direction of the nose. And how about one more just like that? Notice the muscles required for this movement. Sit bones are anchored, core is working very heavily. Let that rest. Take the other foot in and trade places. Gather the material up so that there is no slack and the hands are below the knees. Then take that strap on the transverse arch below the toes, and then go ahead and take the back into the back of the chair, generous bend of the knee, and then lengthen. A little bend, and then go ahead and lengthen. And how about one more? And then we'll go ahead and let it come out. You can observe with the eyes if you'd like for a moment until you have the gist of it. Then once it goes to the front, look over to the other side and then close your eyes. Notice the muscles that are required for this. Let the elbows bend. Feel the shoulders work the back body, the core. For one more, feel the sit bones anchor as the leg gently moves outward and then inward. Again, a light little twist of the neck. And then release and soften. We'll come into our Shavasana now. So go ahead and rest your back. The blanket can rest on your lap. The block right on top. And if you don't have a block, you can roll and have the that rolled blanket on your lap. So whatever feels cozy for you. Take the hands. Feel that friction. Gather a little heat. On these hot days, it won't take much. Just notice that heat. Then the elbows will rest on the block. Cup the hands and rest the eyes. The whole head in the hands. Relax through the fingers. Feel the eye sockets and the heel of the hand. The weight of the world melt off those beautiful shoulders. Let that warmth seep in. Any lingering tension, that pure intent for it to melt into that current and let go as we find this freedom in our body, in our mind, and in our spirit. And then one more breath just like that. Then go ahead and rest your back and drag your fingers across the face. That intention of taking any tension that's lingering. Palms come In that gesture of appreciation, feel that warmth towards yourself for simply showing up. And from our hearts, we bow. Let's pour this outward to all those that need a little loving kindness. Namaste. And thank you for your practice.